Well, I've kind of not been in the mood to do much videos-wise, and I'm also got a bad cold. Maybe you can tell by my voice. Also, yes, I made a new character, and it's a remaster of an old one that I kind of made hastily in a way in like 2 days. But I remade it, and now at least I can do this. That's the wrong thing. My cat. I hate stick drift. Hold on. This and then that. Yes, now I have eyes. Shocking. Actually, am I good in frame? I am. Okay, cool. Mouse. Dingus. And to think that I've been working on Blender modeling for like a year at this point, and how much progress has actually really been a thing that I've been thinking about recently for a few minutes, hours, however long it is now. But it's kind of baffling how far my modeling skills have gone, and I never noticed it until I was talking with my good friend Mr. FX. Shout out to Mr. FX, by the way. Go check his stream out when you can, and when he streams, that is. He's a CS friend of mine, and we met from another streamer who's Invalid Kek, I think was on Twitch, or Invalid as we all call him. And I genuinely enjoy both of their streams. I suggest checking both of them out if you're into Counter-Strike. Same with Fast Rocks. Though his streams are usually in Hungarian, which I don't speak that language. I speak the questionably, morally questionable language of war criminals. But I digress. Howdy, I'm Hydro, and I don't know what to say. Seriously, what do I say? Anyway, been kind of playing more of Momentum mod recently, since I've had access from version 0.9.0 from like 3 years ago, I think, or 2. No, 2 or 3, something like that. I can't recall. It doesn't matter. I've been playing that game mode thing, whatever you want to call it, for a while, and I played on and off, mainly sticking with the games that I personally really like. You can guess what they are. It's defrag. Shocker, I know. Anyway, since it launched in 0.10.0, it's been publicly accessible now, so anyone can go and play it. Thank God. Though it did take them a while to launch 0.10. I understand why, because there were a lot of issues during 0.9, especially with cheating, but thankfully all of those times were wiped when 0.10 released. But besides that, nowadays I genuinely can recommend Momentum mod as a way to get into defrag, because the strafing is not jank anymore. What the hell is my all doing? Jeez. It's not broken. It doesn't feel wrong or off. It actually feels proper. And I've been enjoying playing defrag a lot. Been mostly playing more technical maps personally, and I don't know, I just always have been technicality first in movement games over, oh, let me get the most speed. It's boring. Just, yeah, I do play some speed maps where the entire goal is to just gain as much speed as you can and try to find many shortcuts and whatnot, but that's not really too fun to me, and I just kind of focus more on stuff like for those who play defrag will know this, but for those who don't worry about it. Not really important, but I'm a big fan of maps like Hang Time, Parkourushi, such a weird name. When it comes to weapons, I can't really think of anything on top of my head, but like FPS Cop 02-2? One of the FPS Cups has like a combo mode, which is like 3 guns, I think, is in that map, which is plasma, rockets, and BFG. And I really like those kinds of maps where it's like pushing your technicality to the maximum and also having fun with maintaining your speed and strafing and such stuff. And for those who play defrag, I'm a CPMA player. And no, I don't give a shit that you are gonna bitch about me playing CPMA. You can go and cry on the forums like you should be. Old thoughts. Anyway, when it comes to momentum mod, there's a lot of modes that I've added since 0.10. Most of which already were a thing when I played, but now there's a lot more. But I'm gonna just name a few and just gonna give them a simple comment if anything. The ones that I can remember are Surf, no, not a fan. Bunny Hop, boring. And there's KZ on Counter-Strike 1.6 physics. I don't like it personally because it's really tedious, but I can see the appeal and it looks fun to watch. What else is there? There's A-Hop, which, what the hell is A-Hop? I never really understood that game mode. There's Conk, what? Why? Why? It's Team Fortress Classic's concussion grenade jumping, and it is... You take damage jumping and you just invert it. Yes, it sounds as stupid as I'm explaining it right now. It's literally just that. You, instead of dropping a sticky near you and then detonating to go up, no, you throw a bomb and you want to stay as far away as possible to gain maximum velocity. What the hell is this game mode thing? Why? Like, it's just, whatever. Then there's defrag, and there's for some reason 3 game modes, even though the third one doesn't really make sense as a defrag mode. Being Vanilla Quake 3, I'm terrible at it. Challenge Pro Mode Arena or CPMA, which is what my personal preference is, and then there's Vintage, which is supposed to be Quake 1 style movement, but it feels more like, was it Diabolical or something that game, I don't remember what the hell was the arena shooter name. Then what else is the... I can't really remember anything off the top of my head that I tried. If there is anything else, I mean, you can just play the game, it's free. You can get access to it. As long as you have a premium, or not really premium, just as long as you spend €5 on Steam, you should have no issues. It is currently just a temporary issue, they will fix it over time. I'm not sure why it is a thing, but I digress. But that aside, as of recording, I hold one full map world record, and it's on Challenge Pro Mode Parkourushi 1 full map, in all the stages as well, because I'm a masochist. And one bonus, which I forgot what the hell was the map called, it's the Village, as it's called. Bonus 1, which is Slick, or Ice, for Quake 2 players. I don't think these records are going to stand, and also when the 1.0 gets released, all of these runs are going to get wiped anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Right now that I have world record, like, what, do you have world record? Yeah, okay, I do, cool, nice, yeah, but the runs are going to get wiped anyway, so I guess I'll enjoy it while it lasts. But yeah, I can also safely say that performance on Linux and stability on Linux with the game mode thing is substantially phenomenal compared to running Team Fortress 2, which is... that game is more unstable than a teenager during the fucking peak of being a teenager. It is horrible, stability-wise, compared to Momentum mod, which has not crashed for me yet. No, crashed once, but that's my fault, not the game's problem. But yeah, I tried the rocket jumping in Momentum mod and sticky jumping. I forgot to mention those that exist as well. And honestly, I don't play rocket jumping anymore. I don't like it personally, but sticky jumping feels really good now. It actually feels really accurate to how it is in TF2 nowadays, or in general. Like, there's no latency, so I don't need to use third person like a snob to be able to do air pogo. My brain died for a moment. For those who are not aware, air pogo is shooting a sticky while you're airborne to keep yourself in air, like it detonates under you. But you need to have specific movement speed, specific angling, and then you use third person to compensate the lag, which is like, Maybe people are just that big of a scrub that you can't air pogo without using third person, because I've been managing to do that for a while. And by that I mean like 2 weeks before I quit the TF2 completely, because it got really irritating to play the game, honestly. I digress. Now, at least now you can do proper air pogo, but there's one major problem in general with Momentum mod currently. It's temporary, it'll get changed, so don't go throwing hissy pissy at them. There's no guides right now. For a reason. They're all outdated, and the tab was hidden currently for, as of recording, which is what, 17th October? My Windows. There you go, 17th October, yeah. So as of now it's currently hidden, but it'll get changed over time and re-enabled. People will re-add us better tutorials and whatnot, and there's currently some talking with me and a few members of the Momentum mod Discord to add or make a full map for practice, for learning defrag, specifically in Momentum mod, inspired by Jump Academy. If you ever played Team Fortress 2, there's a map with like stages of different types of rocket jumping stuff you're gonna run into, like pogo sync, walls, jerf, whatnot, bounces. But since defrag is like incomprehensibly complicated compared to that game, yeah, it's gonna take a while for everything to be added and set up properly. But yeah, I can safely say that you should try Momentum mod if you're into movement, whether it be surf, bunny hop, KZ, rocket jumping, sticky jumping, or just want to explore movement stuff without the insufferably toxic community that is behind every freaking godforsaken game mode of this kind. Like, can there not be one community when there's not neurodivergent people, which I'm not gonna insult people like that. I am neurodivergent, go cry about it in comments, like, I don't care. Or substance abusers. I'm not even joking. Some of the top defrag players that I talked with are heavy alcoholics or literally use drugs. So this is at least a good way to just distance yourself from that kind of weirdos. In TF2 I've not really met substance users, but I met like some, to say it really nicely, borderline moronic. That's not even, I'm not gonna even say anything about that, because oh my god, do I not like the TF2 community anymore because of it's deranged, let's say that way. They're too far gone, mentally especially. Like, they're protecting this game like it's the crown jewel of something. Like, dude, what the hell are you on? It's a game from 2007. I mean, what the hell am I to say? I'm playing a game from 1999. Well, the movement subgenre, I guess, of the game. Whatever. People be people. People are stupid. Are you surprised? But that aside, I also wanted to discuss about the whole fiasco that is Windows 10. Yes, it's a I'm beating the dead horse already, I don't care. My 2 cents on that entire thing, which pretty much splits into 3 categories of people. Category 1 is, I don't care, I'm gonna stick with Windows 10. They run the long-term support... The hell is my body doing? The long-term support version of Windows 10, which, honestly, good move. Then there's people who move to Windows 11, which I don't blame you, honestly, it's fine. As much as I personally don't like Windows 11, excuse me, as much as I personally don't like Windows 11, it's not bad, but it's not good. But at least you can make it... Jesus Christ, I'm having hiccups now. It's not good, but it's not the end of the world. You can always debloat it if you're tech savvy enough. If not, well, tough shit, I guess. And then there's the third kind of group of people, which... Why? Why do you want to run Linux? I literally made an entire video as to why you shouldn't run Linux. Except nowadays it's actually not too bad, especially when it comes to VR. I still can't even run VR because my PC has NVIDIA graphics. One more thing, NVIDIA, fuck you. Anyway, like there's been, I think it's called like Proton, GE Proton and like RT something something, which has a lot of really cool adaptations for VR, VR chat, and for all 2 people in the world, somehow there's Linux support for PlayStation VR 2. Yeah, there's only 2 people in the world that will use it on PC, and I know one of them. I know that I know who you are. Anyway, the Proton GE Proton, whatever you want to call it, glorious egg rolls. Good God, it's a hard name to say. Well, especially when my mouth is dry. Proton, branch or fork, or I forgot the freaking term again. I think it's a fork technically because it's modified by people outside of G. Wait, so technically, now that you think about it, it's a fork of a fork. I love GitHub terms, can you tell? Whatever. It helps with VR on Steam, especially because they're focusing more on Monado, which is like an alternative to using Steam VR, because Steam VR on Linux is garbage. Don't bother with it, unless you literally have no other option. Anywho, that has been the actual positive thing about that side, but besides that, like, when it comes to just swapping to Linux from Windows, is just, it's not a good idea. And the problem that people do, the problem is that people just hard swap to it. They just don't try it on an external drive, like a 240GB SSD. You can buy that at your local insert tech shop name here, and then you get a USB to SATA, and then you plug it externally, install Linux, whatever the hell, just only install Arch, I swear to God, and you try that. See if it works. Test your programs, test your games, don't get banned on Destiny 2, please. And then you just try it out, see if it works for you. See if it's something you want to use daily, or if it's too confusing, or if it's too annoying, or if it breaks a lot. Thanks, Arch. Why's my body doing this? Anywho, oh yeah, funnily enough, I actually have recorded one other tangent video, but I kind of scrapped it because it just didn't really end up going anywhere, and I didn't want to upload it. It was also related to Linux stuff, but it's Linux users, 3D artists experience as a Linux user, and the gist of it is, it's actually not that bad compared to 2D artists. Just awful as of now. I hope it changes, because dear God, is it genuinely genuinely fucking annoying to do anything as a 3D artist if you're used to Clip Studio Paint, Photoshop, insert program here like Claire. Corel Draw, I can't speak. If you're used to those kinds of programs, good luck getting adapted to Linux because it doesn't work. No, I'm not even joking, it actually doesn't work at all. I tried. It's a nightmare to even get them. I don't even know if Fibrous Paint even works. Didn't try that one out. But if you're using Krita, yeah, you're welcome to try it, I guess. It works because it's... Hear me out. Hear me out. Yeah, you listen to that? It's open source. No one cares. Get out. Swear to God, people who are like, oh my god, it's open source, guys. And I would rather use closed source proprietary or purchasable software than using open source because it doesn't have a dogshit UI. Shut up. God. Ugh. People like that genuinely drive me insane. Just, like, hell, the distribution I'm using, I don't give a flying fuck that I'm gonna insult someone. Nobara. What the fuck is that updater do? What were you thinking? It looks like it's made in Windows 98. Why? Anyway, I'm not gonna go bitching about that stuff right now. It's too fucking late for me anyway. Oh my god, it's 1 in the morning. I was not aware how late it is. I'm glad I'm quiet though. Anyway, the thing with people switching to Linux is like they're not aware of how confusing it's gonna be to get into this stuff. Sure, you can install Mint, you can install Ultramarine, Bazite. God forbid you install Ubuntu or such stuff in general and use it, but are you really gonna try and teach a person who's like how do I say this? My brain just died. Rock bottom level of tech savvy, and you want to tell them like, oh yeah, you need to do this, that, and then that. Do you think they're gonna remember all of this? No? Yeah, that's what I thought. They won't know this. They won't understand everything. And you need to get those specific people something that they don't need to go into terminal. Yes, I know there's package manager, some user interface, but you need to explain that to them because they would just go on the internet, download it, and then they wonder what the hell is it? Deb fail. Yeah, gee, I wonder. Linux really needs to fix that. They need to make it more freaking obvious on how to download this stuff because it's insufferable to explain to someone who's just new to Linux how stuff works there. Like, how do I tell someone who just uses Windows for like 2 decades, let's say, how to install software without making them go, but why can I not download this from the internet? You can, but it's you need to learn the console. And if the said person doesn't know what the hell is, or not the console, terminal, if they don't know how to, or they don't plan to learn this kind of stuff like terminal commands, how to install software using the said package manager, etc., yeah, they're just gonna go back to Windows. Because guess what? It's confusing, it's complicated. Or they would just buy a Mac, which is not a bad idea, because it'll probably last longer than a freaking Windows machine at this point, or a laptop. Fight me. Okay. Yes, I'm actually getting a MacBook before you start whinging at me. And no, I don't care. Go on your fancy lovely Reddit and write a complaint about me wanting to get a MacBook as a Linux user. Anyway, as those 300,000 losers went to whinge on Reddit about me wanting to get a MacBook, like Linus Torvalds, which is the creator of Linux kernel. Yeah, I'm not even joking, he's using a MacBook. Your point? Ugh, my sleeves are rolling up. But besides that, like, the only good thing I can say about Linux is Linux gaming has gotten a lot better as of recent, especially with Proton and how much Wayland has been developed on. I know that people are gonna yell at me because, oh, you're not using X11 because blah 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 reason. Or rather, insult here. Just get over it. X11 is more than dead. If you just nudge it a bit, it's gonna explode and break more dependencies than it's gonna help. The future is Wayland. I don't care what people have to say. And no, I don't care about the new socialist that's been developing, Liberal X11 or whatever the hell was it. What was it called? Liberal X11 something. Yeah, the guy's a bit in the head. So, are you surprised? Because I'm not. Leave that project be dead, stop reviving pointless stuff and just focus on the future, for God's sake. Or, if you're so pedantic about this, port it to Wayland. It's not that hard. Or, it's not as hard as porting or fixing X11, I guess. Whatever. For non-Linux users, to just give a really simple rundown, X11 and Wayland are the things that display everything on your screen, or the equivalent of Explorer on Windows. I don't know what the hell is it on Mac. I genuinely never really delved into Mac stuff. Yeah. I mean, besides that, what else would I say? Right, the one last thing I will say is, if you plan to swap to Linux, please, for love of God, install it externally and don't use Arch. I know, the funny meme is, I use Arch, by the way. Yeah, sure, use Arch, but you need to recompile literally every fucking thing that you broke because you shat on it on accident, or you installed an update that weren't working, and then something broke, and then your entire system crashed. Whoop-de-doo, I love Arch. By that I mean I don't, because it's garbage. It's a developer platform meant to be used for developers or in a virtual machine if you want to test stuff out, for Christ's sake. No one's gonna learn from this, I swear to God. And if you wanna try Linux, try Bazite, try Ultramarine, Linux Mint. Those are the ones that I would suggest. They have their own differences technically, but realistically speaking, there's not much of a difference between all of them. It's just Linux, but you might have like different user interface or different package manager, which doesn't really matter that much to you. If you're insecure, and you think you might break something, go with Bazite because it's the most how do I say this? It's the most unbreakable, quote-unquote, system that you can, or Linux distribution you can choose right now that's good for beginners, let's say that way. For the more savvy people, it's immutable distribution. For the non-savvy, Google it, or don't. Anywho, that's gonna be that from me for tonight. I'm gonna go crash in my bed and then rest because, oh my God, am I tired today. I mean, to be honest, I've been just working on my new models, which I'm posting on my Blue Sky. Go check it out there. And yeah, go check out my Blue Sky. I have a coffee as well if you want to support me there, if that's your cup of coffee. Laugh. Anyway, that's gonna be that for me. Hope you have a good rest of the day or night. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Yes, I did copy that from Dinox1. Cry about it.